Hey everyone, welcome back to the Kingdom. This is Kang, and it kind of feels like the Animal Crossing community has just arisen. We have awoken from a little bit of a slumber because everyone is still super excited about the Animal Crossing Direct that came out a couple of days ago. You can see it all over Twitter, all over YouTube, all over Twitch. Everyone is super excited. Now, I am here on my brand new island because I erased my old 5-star island a couple of months ago because there was just nothing new coming out. So I figured, hey, let's just start over, get some new content, right? Big mistake, because now we have so much new coming out and I want to make sure I'm ready for all the new content. So we're going to be getting this new island up to 5 stars before November 5th. If you want to see that, make sure you follow us on Twitch and you can see it live. But we are also going to be posting some videos here on YouTube as well. Now, the point of this video, the Animal Crossing Direct came out a couple of days ago and I reacted to it live. You can watch that video up here if you want to see me freak out for 20 minutes. But yesterday, live on my stream, I went back and watched the Direct again with my viewers, but this time we slowed it down so we could actually see everything that was going on in the Direct. And I will tell you that there is so much that Nintendo just glanced over that they did not mention. And we're going to be going through it a third time here in this video so I can tell you and show you everything that we discovered. There's so many new items, there's so many new things, and that makes the November 5th update even better, even much more to look forward to, because there is so much. Anyway, let's get straight into this video. Like it if you like the video, subscribe if you're new, and let's get to it. All right, so here we are at the beginning of the Direct. If everyone remembers, you should remember it. The beginning of the Direct was basically focused on Brewster. This is what everyone was, asking Nintendo about, so they decided to put it at the beginning. But there was nothing much too new in these scenes besides obviously, seeing Brewster and seeing how the Roost kind of functions. You can invite Amiibo. You can invite your friends. Sometimes villagers hop in, like Isabel and others. There are some photos on the wall back here. There's a photo of KK. There's a photo of, I believe that's either Blathers or Celeste. I'm thinking that's Blathers, and also Brewster as well. And there's another one back here. I can't really make out what that is, but there's some photos on the wall. So nothing too much, nothing too crazy in these couple of scenes. I think Nintendo just tossed this in here as kind of like to kind of throw people off, like, oh, hey, here's Brewster. We're not really showing anything else too new, but there's so much more. So we're going to skip around a little bit. We're going to skip ahead a little bit here until we get to the point where we find Kapp'n. Obviously, he's new in this game, of course. But let's go to these islands. So now, Kapp'n, the first time I met Kapp'n was in New Leaf. I think he's in the older games too, but I don't know. So here we are on these new mystery islands. These are brand new mystery islands. Now, with my viewers, we brought up the question, do we think that there are going to be villagers that you can bring back to your island on these new mystery islands? Because bear in mind, it only costs 1,000. If you go back here, it only costs 1,000 Nook Miles to get to one of these islands. You see it right there, where a Nook Mile ticket is 2,000. So are there going to be villagers here that we can, do new fun villager hunts with, or is it just going to be these brand new type of islands? Going back to the island, we have these new vines. You can climb on them. You can also gather them. Now, I think there's going to be later, we're going to be able to see some items that have potentially been made using these vines. So that's going to be coming up later. There's these new things on the ground here. Some of my viewers mentioned that these may be glowing weeds. I'm not sure what they're used for or their purpose, but there they are. Also, you'll notice that there are different colored cliffs in the background, in the foreground. So I'm not sure what the significance of the different colored cliffs are. And also there's so much. You'll notice the coconut trees are growing on the grass when normally they only grow on sand. So there's a lot of things going on in this first little scene here. There's the vines you can collect, you can climb on. There's these glowing weeds. There's the coconuts in the grass. There's these different colored cliffs there, and they look different as well. There's a lot of stuff going on here, and we don't really know what all it is about yet, but it's just there. It's just there. Let's continue. So we know about different seasons. So like I mentioned in my, I think I mentioned this in while I was streaming this, but this really gives players a reason to not time travel as much. If you can just collect your Nook Miles and then go to these islands, you could potentially go to a different season to catch fish and bugs that you may not have on your island. You can go to a different island that's nighttime if you want to get some star fragments. There seem to be some star fragments already on the ground there already, so maybe they just appear when you go to the island. But just gives players another reason to just play the game without having to jump around as much. Obviously, you have to spend Nook Miles, so if you're not collecting them, you might have some difficulty. But if you are, and I'm sure a lot of players are stacked up on Nook Miles at this point if they didn't delete their islands, so you have a bunch of stuff to use them on now.
Hey.
All right, so here we have Harvey. Harvey's new island.
Harv runs a photography studio here.
His new revamped island.
The island's undergoing some changes.
So this is Harriet.
Harv wants to create a plaza with all
There's a couple of things I want to point out here as well.
Help from his longtime friend Harriet.
Oh, so right here. Well, you can see it kind of front and center right here, but here is a new item. This is a new windmill item, and it looks pretty cool. You get a better look in just a second here.
Longtime friend Harriet.
So it's in the background there. It looks really awesome. It's going to be in some other scenes later on.
Consider contributing some bells to the cause.
We're not really sure how much these shops cost to get up. It's probably a lot. So here we have someone pointing out that there are rugs on the ground here. And as we know, in the main game, we cannot place rugs outside. Now, I'm assuming that this is just part of her little shop, that she has the rugs on the ground, and that we probably won't be able to place them on the ground ourselves, but it could be a little hint that we will be able to. We don't really know, because I don't think I saw anything in this trailer, in this direct, showing that there was rugs outside on the ground. But just something to point out.
Visitors like Sahara and Kix will set up shop
again
here.
Out as well. Here you have another look of the little windmill in the background.
Reese and Cyrus can help customize ready-made furniture.
So this is actually pretty cool. We kind of came to the conclusion that Cyrus will help you be able to get the items that you normally had to trade with other people. Normally to get the different color lighthouse, you had to go find someone who had a different color airport and then trade with them. But now you can just do it yourself now. It costs a lot of bells, actually. It does cost a decent amount of bells, 5,200 just to change the color. But again, a lot of people should have a lot of bells saved up. So if you want to start customizing, you'll be able to do so. You don't have to trade with anybody anymore.
In addition, Katrina will reveal your fortune for that.
So now, if you're not familiar with Katrina, Katrina was in the older games, and she gave you a fortune. Basically, how it used to work is she could say your day was going to be filled with bad luck, and then you would randomly fall on the ground just while you're running. I'm not sure how it's going to work in this game, obviously, because we have the King Tut mask, which does kind of the same thing, but you can kind of force it. So maybe she'll give you a fortune and you can fall down without wearing the King Tut mask. Or, if she gives you a good fortune, maybe some other things happen. I'm not too familiar with her because this is my first Animal Crossing game. But if you want to leave some comments about how she worked in the older games, you're more than welcome to do so.
That day. Fingers crossed.
Totemore is not dead, apparently. So everyone has told me that no, he is not dead. He just retired from the older games, but he is back. And I was wondering what he actually did. But all he does is he helps you with storage. So if you're on Harv's island, you can talk to him. You can put items in your storage just by talking to him. You can take items out as well. So he tells you what he does when you read this, but it was going by so fast in the direct that probably no one really paid attention to it. So if you want to put something into your storage or take something out, come to me and I'll get you fixed up. So he may do some other things, but this is what he does based on this little sentence that he said in the direct.
All sorts of shops.
And Harriet gives you different haircuts. Again, you can see the new windmill in the background.
Newly added hairstyles.
Okay, so there's gonna be a lot of new stuff here. Let's take it slow.
Some simple
take it slow.
Participating in group stretching.
So this is very important here. We had an entire discussion about what this is. This is a new item, what this is and why it is here. We initially thought oh, maybe you just unlock this using Tom Nook and he puts it out in the plaza for you. But that is not the case. There are a new breed of items in the game called plaza items, and I'll show you them later. There's going to be a lot of them you'll see in the direct. There's plaza items that you can specifically place in the plaza, and this radio is one of them, because right now we see the radio in this spot Later on, you're going to see the radio in a different spot on the plaza. So you can place it wherever you want on the plaza. Normally, you cannot place any items. So this is actually really cool. And there's a lot of new plaza specific items that you can get with your Nook Miles. I'll show you in a second.
At the plaza.
And this is just weird. Not really weird, but just it's kind of kooky, you know. That you can start, stretching and doing stuff. I guess they're trying to bring like ring fit into the game. But it's just something else to do,
Join in by using either button controls or motion controls with a Joy-Con controller.
I'll skip ahead just a little bit here.
Ordinances.
Okay. So here are the ordinances. So I didn't really talk about this in my reaction, but my first encounter with this is in New Leaf. Let me move my camera down. My first encounter with this is in New Leaf. And if you don't know what ordinances are, they basically change how your island functions. They kind of go over it a little bit, but they don't go over what each one of these things do. So the beautiful island ordinance, that would make it so weeds do not grow on your island, which is awesome. So if you want to keep your island looking clean and presentable, that's what the beautiful island ordinance does. In New Leaf, it also prevented your flowers from wilting. Now, flowers don't wilt in this game, so not sure what else it might do besides getting rid of the weeds. It may make it so your flowers are watered automatically. Don't really know. They don't really go into detail about what it does, but that's what it did in New Leaf. Early bird, they explained that your villagers will wake up earlier, your shops will open up earlier. Night owl is basically the opposite. They will go to sleep later. The shops will close later. Bell boom. There was something similar to this in New Leaf, but it looks like they changed the name of it here. So what I'm thinking that will do is maybe items will be worth more so you can sell them. Maybe you'll earn, maybe things will cost less. Maybe your villagers will contribute more to like your projects. Not really sure what all it would do, but it has obviously something to do with bells. So if you want to make a lot of money, that's probably what you would want to look into.
Take the early bird ordinance, for example. This will make all island residents awake and active earlier in the morning.
So this, like I mentioned, so if they did this on purpose, they want to show you what time it was. So this is at 8 a.m. So he's getting up and out of his house earlier than he probably would normally. 8 a.m. 8 a.m. is not that early, but it's probably early for him. So yeah.
Morning. Pick the ordinance that best suits your island lifestyle. The home services offered by Tom Nook have been upgraded. More exterior.
Okay, so here we go again. We have new exteriors. We have this little log cabin exterior. We have, I'm not really sure what to call this. Not really sure what to call that, but it's there. And then we have like a Japanese kind of theme exterior as well. I think some of this was in New Leaf as well. I keep saying as well. Sorry. I think some of this was in New Leaf. You could customize the outside of your house. You can make it look like a castle. You can make it look all pretty much very different. You can have 2 stories and things of that nature on the outside. So this is coming back from New Leaf, and there may be more options, but this is just what they're showing us.
At your island's landscape. Also, storage expansion services just got bigger.
And that's awesome.
Previously.
Oh, wait. Let's pause here because there's some new items here that they're showing. So a lot of these are new. Well, some of these are new. I got to remember which ones are new. This curved counter. There's a curved counter down here. There's also this desk. I believe that is a desk. I think this little stool here is new as well. This little stool, this chair may be new. This chair, if it's not new, then definitely this one is. This chair here. There are some new things they're showing. Yeah, let's keep going.
Previously, home storage held up to 2,400 items. With
and
3
now
more expansions,
we can go all the way to 5,000. We can go all the way to 5,000. And the reason that they're doing that is because there's literally so many new items. There's so many new items. You'll see more. You'll see. Okay, so here's a good part here. Here's a good part.
Added redeemable items will be available for Nook Miles.
Okay, so most of the things they're showing here are new. Here is the Island Life 101 service that they show later in the trailer, in the direct, and this is only 400 miles. This is the BA Chef DIY Recipes Plus, which is 2,000 miles. The Pro Camera app, 1,500 miles. The Custom Design Patterns Plus, 1,800. The Pro Decorating License. This will unlock the ability to put up accent walls, and I think maybe hang the chandeliers and the shelves from the ceiling as well. And this is 2,500 miles. There's also some new reactions. There's the Pro Construction license. I'm not really sure what the Pro Construction license does. Maybe you guys can help me out with that one. But let's continue.
Miles. Let's see what else you can do with your miles. Cooking is
okay. So if you notice here, once you upgrade with the Cooking License Plus, the symbol actually changes. So now you have the regular symbol that we know of, the regular DIY, but you also have a new Cooking DIY symbol. So this leads me to believe that there are going to be new recipes you can find, whether those recipes be the same as like you find them in the bottles and your villagers give them to you, maybe from out of balloons, who knows? But I think you're going to be able to collect and find new recipes, not just the ones you get from the initial purchase with your Nook Miles.
DIY recipes.
So let's slow down here because there's a lot on this screen, a lot of different foods here. So you can make flour. This is flour. You can make sugar. They mentioned in just a second you can grow your own sugar cane, which I'm assuming, obviously you'll be able to use a sugar cane to make sugar. There's different soups and salads. There's fish and chips. There's fries. There's a lot of stuff here, and there's different sections here. If you notice at the top, there's a savory section, which is what we're in right now, and then there is a desserts section. And then also, this looks like you'll be able to create tools. You'll be able to create tools that will help you with cooking. So maybe this is how you actually make the kitchen where you can cook, or be able to make the pot in which you can cook. So maybe you'll be able to make to use any kitchen in the game to cook, as long as you have the pot on top of it, or make specific kitchens that are just for cooking. They didn't show what was in this little tab here, but it is there. It is there. So again, a lot of recipes. We have sandwiches, bagels. We have a lot of recipes. Bread. There's fish down here at the bottom as well. There's naan, spaghetti, a lot of stuff.
Combine ingredients like tomatoes.
So yeah, tomatoes.
Wheat. Sugarcane. Potatoes. Carrots. And more. So they said and more. So these are not even all the crops that you can make, which is kind of exciting. There's going to be even more things. This is bringing the best of like Stardew Valley into the game. You know, everyone loves farming simulators. So they say, hey, you guys have been playing Stardew Valley. We're going to put Stardew Valley in the game. You can make your own food, everything. Why not make it?
Okay, so this scene is good too. There's a lot of new things in this scene here. There are these jars over here. Looks like jars of like fish or sardines. So maybe you can actually, you can fish and then make these kind of decorations using the fish that you make, that you catch, as to say. Here's the pot that I was talking about earlier. They're going to mention that this is a special kitchen, and it comes with this pot on it probably, but maybe you can craft the pot separately to be able to cook on different kitchen types.
A delicious meal from your
There's also more jars here as well. Looks like pickled vegetables, pickled vegetables.
Bountiful harvest.
I think this is a new table as well. Let me see here. I believe this is a new table.
Looks tasty.
Here we go.
You can make all.
Here's another glimpse of some things. So this is like the drink when you first start the game. Remember, Tom Nook gives you a drink that's made out of the fruit that's native on your island. Now it looks like you can be able to make this yourself. There's some sandwiches. It looks like a pie of some sort, maybe cherry. The soup that he just made as well. I believe this table is new, like I just mentioned.
Sorts of dishes to lay across the dining table.
This basket in the background may be new as well.
Bon appetit.
If you look at his inventory, you can see all the different vegetables that you can grow. But there's also the dishes, so you can see how the dishes will look in your inventory. So they're pretty much, in the state in which you can present them on the plate. But he's about to eat this pizza, and you can see how much strength that it gives you. 5. So that kind of gives you a reason to cook food, especially if you're working around your island a lot and you need to be able to, remove stumps or break rocks and things of that nature. You'll be able to get a lot more accomplished by just cooking food.
With a pro decorating license,
so here we go, the pro decorating
can be added to each room.
So look at this lamp. That is actually pretty cool. You're going to see a lot of there's so many different ceiling lamps in the game now. You're going to see a whole bunch of them, and I'm going to point out every single one that I see, so you can see how many there actually are. So again, we have the hanging shelves, which are pretty cool as well.
Walls will also be available to give a single wall a different pattern.
Accent walls are really awesome.
With these,
all right, let's take a look at her room because there's some new things here. Again, here's another hanging ceiling lamp. You see that right there. I believe this lamp here is new as well. There's a bag of groceries. I'm not sure if this actually serves a function or if it's just decoration, but there is a bag of groceries back here. There's some bread here on the table. I believe this table is new as well. This bed may be new. Let me know if it's not. There is a mobile over here. This mobile, is that new? I don't really know. I didn't talk about this in my live stream, but this mobile may be new as well. There's another hanging ceiling lamp here. This is just kind of a plain one, just a light bulb. Of course, you can see the hanging shelf in the background as well. So yeah, a lot of new stuff. I thought this radiator here was new, but apparently it's not. It's always been in the game.
Design options will be at your disposal.
Actually, hold on one second. Is this new as well? This little hanging plant here? I don't think I've ever seen this. Maybe I just haven't seen it, but it looks new to me. If it's not, let me know. And also let me know if I missed anything because this is my third time watching it. So I kind of have an idea of what all the things there are, but I still may miss something.
The maximum number of bridges and inclines you can place on your island
self-explanatory, you know,
to 10 each.
For people who really deck their island out and they may need more bridges and incline to accomplish their, their vision, it's good for them.
Plus 9 fence types.
All right, so here is really a cool part. All these new fences are really awesome.
And corrugated iron.
This is kind of like a sheet metal style, which is pretty cool.
Iron fencing will be added.
We have taller fences now as well.
Letting you diversify your island even
more. Long wall fence, bamboo. Now this is really cool here. This is the fence. This is the fence that people were hacking into the game a long time ago. And getting their accounts like suspended from uploading their dreams because they uploaded a dream with this hacked fence in there. But yeah, this is the fence. I believe this is from Harv's island, but now we can just put it on our island normally without having to do anything, without having to mod it in. So that's pretty cool. Something that people wanted to have is now in the game. And this frozen fence is pretty cool as well.
Some fencing can be customized too.
And I was wondering earlier, they said custom fencing. I was wondering if you would be able to put custom designs on your fencing, but it looks like you just can change the color, which is actually awesome as well because, the fencing pretty much came in one color. Now you can really, make your island look the way you want by changing the colors of your fencing. So there's something else to do.
The camera app on your Nook
phone is getting up. This is going to be an amazing feature for content creators, being able to really, use this camera to get the scene you really want. I'm going to be using this all the time as soon as it's out.
With your eye level.
Thumbnails are going to be looking awesome, looking crazy.
Tripod camera mode,
I'm so excited about this. This is like one of the most exciting things to me as a content creator, is being able to get those awesome thumbnails
from new perspectives and angles.
Oh my gosh.
Patterns that were previously used
so this
for
is
customizing items can now be worn.
the patterns that Sable gives you. Now you can wear them. You can put them on your walls and on your floors. So it's just something else to do with those.
Wallpaper, like custom
something else to do with them, if you want to. Okay, we have a couple of things here. We have a plate of cookies on the table. Not really sure what this is. This may not be new, but this thing next to her, we have that little hanging plant again that we saw earlier. Not many things new in this scene. Yeah, not many things new in this scene. Unless I missed something.
Get in style with different.
We have a drink here on the table. Someone pointed out that there are a lot of different drinks that are available, and you're going to see a lot of them actually. This bed may be new, might not be new, but it looks new to me. But I'll point out all the drinks as well.
Hairstyles. 11 hairstyles.
This is a really awesome part because I'll explain in a second. There's new hairstyles. Look at this. They added in waves to the game. They added in waves. If you don't know what waves are like, black men especially, but it can be women too. They can have their hair look a certain way by a lot of work. It takes a lot of work, but normally games don't have this in there. Probably the closest game you can see that has something like this in there is like NBA 2K, obviously, because there's a lot of basketball players in the game. But the fact that Nintendo would go through the links to add this into their game when there's like really no other games that has this, especially like when you're customizing your character, it just shows the attention to detail that they are putting into this game. You know, it started with the other hairstyles they added, and now they're adding even more hairstyles that are rare, you know, that are not, you know, not super out there. So that's actually pretty cool. You know, just something from my perspective that I don't see a lot in video games, which makes me feel good.
Including the ones that Harriet will teach you.
A lot of new hairstyles.
11 new.
Okay, so we have some new reactions here. They're gonna show like 5 of them or 4 of them. But there are some other ones here. We have this one. Looks like you can show off your muscles. We have I don't know. I don't even know what this is. What's happening here? Stretching, it looks like, as well. They're gonna show that one, or this may be something different because we have stretching. I think is that one right here. So let's just see.
Reactions like waving goodbye.
Yeah, that's stretching.
Stretching. And bouncing to music
jamming
are being added as well. Get communicating even more with these reactions.
Yeah. Oh, that's one. Say cheese. Okay, say cheese. This is awesome if you're taking pictures.
A new
Okay.
Nook phone app, Island Life 101, provides tips on enjoying
So we
your
mentioned
island.
this earlier. This is, you know, this is just something cool, especially if you're a new player and you need tips on how to play the game and whatnot. Just something, you know, just something else to have.
To short newcomers, you'll be able to ease into island living.
Probably not that exciting for newer players. I mean, for older players, I should say. All right, here we go. So this is a lot of stuff is going to be here. We have the new curved street light. We have a new flower bed. We're going to see that later in the direct, the new flower bed. And let's keep going here.
You'll be able to.
Here we go. Let me move my camera up. We have, if you notice, we have the plaza balloon wagon. We're going to see that. So there's going to be more of these things. The plaza balloon wagon. We have the volleyball net as well, which is also new. We have a plaza clock. We have a plaza arch. Oh my gosh, I didn't even notice this when I did this yesterday. There's a plaza arch as well. So these are items you can specifically put into your plaza, and we'll see. We're going to see a little bit of it later.
To acquire more
see
furniture.
Here we go. The plaza balloon wagon, like I just mentioned. And I think there's some more.
By redeeming your.
Here we go. The plaza game stand, the plaza teacup ride, the plaza train. Not really sure what some of these are. There's also an inflatable plaza toy, as you can see here. There's a new type of gazebo, which was earlier. But there's a lot of different things, and you'll be able to put these into your plaza. I am like 100% sure because I saw it. I saw it.
Nook Miles.
Here we go. Here's some more. We have the plaza Ferris wheel, the plaza merry-go-round. So a lot of cool ways that you'll be able to customize your plaza the way you like it. This was a lot of people's like wish, because the plaza really looks just kind of plain until there's events going on. So I wonder how they're going to handle that, you know, because now that you can put things into the plaza, what's going to happen when there's like an event happening in the plaza? Are your items going to disappear? Are they going to be shuffled around? Who knows? Maybe there's certain places where you can't put things because there's going to be a vendor there sometime in the future. That's probably what it is going to be.
When your pockets fill up from the day's activities.
This is a really awesome part. Really awesome part, because now we have this storage shed, which connects to well,
storage.
She's saying
it can be placed almost anywhere on your island. So
here we go. Like I mentioned earlier, these drinks that we're going to be seeing throughout the direct. Here's an example of one of them in his inventory here.
Use it to easily store items or take them out. And when you need some bells from your account, this ABD should also come in handy.
The storage shed and the ATM are really especially useful if we can use them when people are on our island, because, you know, as a content creator, I do a lot of mini games on my island. So being able to just go into my shed to grab an item to give away for a prize, or maybe give some bells, instead of having to have all these things on me all the time, or having to run back to my house, that's going to be so useful.
KK Slider, who holds a live concert.
Okay, this is what I was mentioning earlier. So the reason why I know 100% that those plaza items are going to be able to be put into your plaza, and you can put them wherever you want to, because we notice here in the background that radio that we saw over here in a previous scene is now over here. So they moved it, or they just placed it there. You can put it wherever you wanted it to be placed. So that's going to be awesome. That's going to be awesome.
Concert at the plaza every Saturday. We'll release additional songs. Keep an ear out for 12 more hits.
And we have
Like
these new KK
break.
songs, which is crazy. We have Cake. Wait, let me go back. We have KK Basement. I'll show you.
More.
KK Basement, KK Break, KK Hip Hop. You just I can't wait to hear these songs. I love the songs.
KK Break and KK.
Oh, this is actually pretty awesome. We have KK Lovers, and we have this song here. This looks like it might be like K-pop or something. Not really sure what this is, but if you look at it, it looks like it might be K-pop or J-pop. That's actually that's gonna be wild. That's gonna be wild. Probably gonna be everyone's favorite song, new favorite song.
You can even enjoy them from this gorgeous sounding music box.
Now these music boxes, we're gonna see a lot of these music boxes later because there's different styles of the music boxes. You'll see.
A newly added furniture item. Looks like something's buried underground.
Oh, this is the cool little part here. The return of the gyroids.
A gyroid. When you find gyroid fragments, then plant and water them, they'll mature into a lovely gyroid overnight.
You gotta water them. You see a little smoke pooping up?
If gyroids have grown on your island, you may find more the day after it rains.
All right, so here we go. We have a first look at the gyroids in action. Now, these gyroids are a lot cuter than the ones that I encountered in New Leaf. My first encounter was in New Leaf, and I saw them, and I was freaked out. Like, what the heck is going on with these things? They're a lot cuter now. They are a lot cuter now.
Gyroids make rather interesting sounds. Experiment.
You can even put the ones you can even put the ones that you dig up. You know, the incomplete ones on. You can put them, place them around your island as well. So that's pretty cool.
With different gyroid combinations, or use them with.
Here we go. We have a good look at a few of them. All different styles. They all look pretty cute. They're a lot smaller than the ones in New Leaf as well.
Music to bask in fresh harmonies.
Oh, we have these shelves on the wall too. I'm not sure if these are new, but we have these hanging shelves on the wall. Here's just a little example of customizing them.
Room's atmosphere.
Another look. Here's another new gyroid up here as well. This is a different one. We have this little mobile that's hanging as well. So there's a lot of new things on this scene. Another drink here on the table, as you can see.
Nook's
All right, we have another drink here on the table. Let me go back just a second. You'll see it better.
We'll have
or not. Let's go back. There we go. Another new drink here that you can buy. So you can just buy this drink and then just place it anywhere. I wonder if it actually can you drink it and it goes away.
Nook's
We have an example of the new gaming setup here, which is going to be awesome for me. We have a hanging ceiling lamp.
We'll have newly added furniture types available, like ceiling decor.
Wood shade lamp. And then also we have this new machine here, which I'm not really sure what it actually does. We are going to get another look at it later with it actually being used, but not sure what it does. Apparently this was in the older game, someone mentioned to me, but it's new for this game.
The shop will also get furniture that's never been seen before.
They said never been seen before, so that led me to believe that this is the first time it's been in a game, but apparently people are like, oh, this was in New Leaf. I'm like, oh, no, okay, all right, I guess. Let me know if that's true or not.
There's a new type of tool you can craft.
So here we have the new ladders you can place, which is really awesome.
You'll be able to permanently place ladders on cliffs with the ladder setup kit.
So this is just going to help people again to kind of let their island be the way they want it to be. Maybe reach hard to reach places without putting, inclines.
This DIY recipe can be purchased from Nook's Cran.
Sorry, let's go back. I'm trying to show you as much as I can. Here's a new sushi little platter here on the table. So that's also new, I believe.
This DIY recipe can be purchased from Nook's Cranny.
I'm trying to show you everything. All right, so we have some new things here. The little bread basket, which is pretty cool. We have some jars of jam. It looks like apples. So I'm thinking, again, you'll be able to take the apples you grow on your island and you'll be able to make them into jam that you can decorate with. And we have, again, those jars of pickled vegetables in the background. We have, I think this is just a customization of the frying pan. So that's probably already in the game. Is this a new DIY table here? What is this? Not really sure what that is, but it's pretty cool. I think that's it for this scene.
Narrow spaces in a room. Now you can walk through them like this. It's a great way to
So here is what a lot of people are excited about: the Froggy chair. The Froggy chair. This was like what was the most exciting thing for some people, was just this chair. But hey, if you like it, I love it, right? I'm not really beholden to the Froggy chair because I didn't play the older games, but a lot of people did, and they're like, man, the Froggy chair. But anyway, on the table we have some new things as well. Another food item, not really sure what that is. We also have looks like a picture book or a scrapbook of some sort, as you can see here. I'm not sure what the function of that is. Maybe that's how you access the Happy Home Paradise pictures, maybe. But I think that is new. We have another gyroid as well. And she is doing this new function that they just mentioned, how you can just slide in between furniture now, which is awesome. You can slide in between the furniture, and not only can you slide, but you can also sit
with lots of
so you can interact with stuff
on display,
not just sliding, you know.
And cool. Let's not forget keeping up your relationships with the other residents. You've all spent so much time together.
This new
on
camera
the
is going to be so awesome.
They
so
may
awesome.
invite you over to their home, or make a surprise visit to yours.
That's cool. So again, this is from the older games, how villagers can visit your home and also invite you to their homes as well. So that's pretty cool.
What do you think? You might experience this new content in various ways.
Oh, wait. So here we go. There's something here as well.
You might experience this new content in various ways.
So if you notice, these are different ladder types. So they just showed you one of the ladder types earlier, the character crafting one, but there are different ones. These look like metal or some other different type. Also, people were asking, can you put the vines on your island and have them, you know, to be able to climb on? And here is an example of the vines being on someone's island, and they put them down here. There's also these glowing weeds again. So yeah, there's the vines, there's a different type of ladders. So we have a lot of things.
We've shown you today. This free
couple of the new villagers, or at least one new villager. Is this? I don't think he's new, but they're definitely new. Not sure what their name is right now.
Version 2.0 launches November 5th.
And November 5th, obviously. But wait, there's more.
The last major free content update.
So let's talk about this for a second. The last major free content. Oh, sorry. The last major free content update. Now, a lot of people are saying that, okay, well, there's going to be no more updates to the game. And also, actually, there was an article in IGN where they clarified that what that means is that there is going to be future updates, but just small, like minor updates. Obviously, as we know by now, that the next crazy update is going to be the paid DLC, which is also going to be launching on November 5th. So is there going to be new paid DLC in the future? Not really sure. Based off of what they're saying, there actually might not be. It would be really awesome if there was, because there's so much more they can do with this game. Even with this big update, there's still more they can do. This game has unlimited possibilities. So we'll have to just wait and see. Obviously, no more major crazy free updates, minor updates. And minor updates could be anything. It could just be like quality of life, you know, adding in some of the boat crafting people have been asking for. And there could possibly be more paid DLC, but the way they have worded it, Nintendo, is that there might not be any more paid DLC or major updates. Hopefully there's enough to get us through like the next couple of years.
New horizons. We hope you'll continue.
Let's go forward a little bit here. So this is the part where they transition into the actual DLC, which was mind-boggling. All right, so let's take a look at these islands here.
Known as a resort, this locale is popular among characters searching for their.
So here's one of the islands. Again, a bunch of different vines, which is pretty cool.
Ideal vacation homes.
Now these pillars and these arches are actually new. They're like kind of disheveled a little bit, which is actually really awesome. And we're gonna see more of them later on as well. Even a different item type of stool, I think, in this same style here.
This is Animal Crossing New Horizons, Happy Home Paradise. After a reference.
All right, so something to note here, the blue birds, they're different than the regular birds. These are kind of like the Twitter birds, actually. There's a boat here, so I'm thinking this boat will be able to take you to the different little smaller islands, or it may serve another purpose. We don't really know yet, but there is a boat here. We flew in from the seaplane. So you see the seaplane here. but then right as you step off, there's a boat. Probably take you to the other islands, the other individual homes as a part of this this DLC.
From Tom Nook, you'll assist Paradise Planning, a resort developer, in designing vacation homes.
Okay, now I saw something here. There is a new table over here over on the right. Now I'm guessing that maybe we'll be able to get this as an item, because usually a lot of the things you see in the game you are able to get. They aren't just there. I'm assuming we'll be able to get this.
Designing vacation
There's gonna be a lot of new other items you'll see as well. We have some of the new items in the background. As you can see, this looks like a bigger mirror. You see it?
Through your work, you'll be in.
Okay, we have a nice chandelier up here. You see that? A nice chandelier, which is another hanging ceiling item. Not sure if there's anything else new in this scene, so we're just gonna keep going. But that is definitely new.
Charge of coordinating dream.
Well, we have some other items here. We have a basket of pretzels. They're like multicolored pretzels, maybe candy pretzels. We have these white bunny rabbits. These are probably like maybe porcelain statues. It looks like you can customize them for different colors. We have an example of that flower bed that I mentioned earlier. So here's one down here. Here's another one over here on the right. So yeah, a lot of new stuff.
Lifestyles for character.
Here we have a claw machine. I believe this is new as well. We have if you look at the top here, an example of another different type of hanging ceiling lamp. Yeah, I think that's it for that. Oh, there's another mobile over here on the right. Speaking of mobiles, there's a lot of new baby items, and we're gonna see those soon as well. Here we go again. Here's another new hanging item here. It's kind of like a little wooden bird that moves around. A different variation of the hanging ceiling lamp we saw earlier. This looks like a new animation. She's kind of like spritzing the plants in her house with like a little water kind of perfume sprayer thing, a little water sprayer. I don't think I've seen that before. I think that's it for this scene. Oh, here we go. There's a new little like a frame you can hang on your wall that has plants inside of it, which is new. Pretty cool. New outfit, obviously.
The goal of Paradise Planning is to help characters acquire their dream vacation homes. Characters with various dreams come to visit the office on this island. For example, meet me.
There's a little arch here. I'm not sure if we'll be able to get this arch, but this is the arch for this island in particular. Looks pretty cool though, right? Looks pretty cool.
Meet Maple. Her dream vacation home is filled with lots and
another one of those drinks we saw earlier.
Lots of.
Oh, here in the background, I didn't even notice this before. There is another ladder type here. Look at that. Another ladder type. So there's even more. There's even more they didn't show.
Bears.
Well, they showed, but not pointed out.
Dream a reality. First.
All right, so let's take a look here. So every single individual grid is a place in which you can put a house. So if you count them all, that's 7 times 7 minus 1 in the middle. So that leaves you to have 49 or 48 places in which you can put a villager. So not only do you have the 10 villagers on your main island, now you can have almost 50 new villagers in this DLC and completely customize their homes, their lots everywhere. That is major. That is major. Think about it. That is major. People were asking for more places they can put villagers, and now we have almost 50 new slots, 50 new lots we can fully customize and put villagers. That is major.
Select the island on which the vacation home will be built. Each island has distinctive features. Yards, for instance, may differ from island to island.
This is where Rodney's going to go. That's where I'm going to put my Rodney.
Pick the island that best matches the request, then head on over to the site. Once you arrive on the island, take a tour of the home. Place the designated furniture requested by the client.
So we're just going through this again.
Is up to you.
We're about to get to a little section here. 1 second.
Recommended furniture.
All right, so here we go. She opened up her inventory. There's a few things in here. I think a few new things that we can see. Actually, not very much, but there's probably a couple new things in here. I can't really point them out right now, but there's probably a couple new things. Point them out to me in the comments if you see anything.
Furniture from Paradise Planning will.
I definitely here we can see some new things. So this little crate,
Maybe this mirror as well. This is not new. We have a bottle of water. We have those pretzels we saw earlier. Looks like we have a stuffed pepper here. We have a basket of bread. We have a platter of cookies. It looks like a cake of some sort, another drink. And if we can barely peek down here, there's another drink. Oh, this is like a ring light. I didn't even notice this before. This is like a ring light. That's new. And I'm not sure what this is either. So again, so many new items, guys. So many new items.
Be available.
This looks like just a bunch of some of the older stuff here. Some of the door wreaths. So not much going on here. But there is that plant I mentioned earlier as well. The hanging plant that we saw, that we've been seeing. And also down here peeking is that little frame with the plant inside of it. Yeah. Oh, we got a good look at some of the hanging ceiling lamps here. Let's go back.
Will already be available.
Right here. So here's a different type of ceiling lamp as well. The hanging cube light. We have the plain hanging lamp. Another different type of light. Looks like a fancy kind of one. You know, one maybe your grandmother would have in her house. A circle one. We have a multicolored one. We even have a ceiling lamp. We're going to see a ceiling fan, I should say. We're going to see different types of ceiling fans later on. And then we also have that hanging shelf that they mentioned. And this walls and floors. Nothing really new there.
You'd like to
some more new items here. We have, if you notice here, you're going to see a lot of this. This is like an album rack, and I think all this stuff is pretty much new. It's like a new furniture type, the ranch type of furniture. So most of this stuff here is new. This looks like a TV stand. We have some shelving units. We have a cupboard. We have some bookshelves. If I move up, we have some bookshelves. We have like a vanity, a new mirror. So a lot of this stuff is actually new. A whole new furniture type
to use to start designing.
We go to the ranch kitchen.
Create depth by adding lighting to the ceiling.
Again, the lighting that they're showing. The circle lamp.
Spice up a wall with some wallpaper as well.
It's showing the accent walls again. All right, so let's take a look here. So again, some of these items they were showing just placed into the actual world. The box of pretzels again, this new little shelving unit. Let's see what else can we see here? The new hanging lamps, the ceiling fan as well. So yeah, this little crate here, the little crate we mentioned earlier, is down here in the corner with a lamp on it. Those little, I think some of these pictures are new too. There's gonna be a lot of different pictures you'll see throughout this section. New artwork. And the hanging frames with plants inside of them. It looks like they're customized.
It looks fantastic. While you're at it, why not suggest ideas for the yard? Not only can you place furniture, you can also build furniture.
There's a couple new things here I'm
Not
thinking.
Only can you place
No, actually, there's not.
Furniture.
But this part is actually really cool. I am hoping that you'll be able to do this in the actual main game, being able to put down fencing really easily, and also
plant trees.
Pathing. Obviously not being able to do trees and stuff like this, but the pathing especially. Look at this, because pathing is so tedious in the actual main game, having to do it one square by one square. Hopefully you'll be able to do this in the main game to make it much easier and quicker and more efficient, and also just being able to really get it to look the way you want, an awesome overhead view. So we'll see.
The home's location and exterior can be modified too.
Yeah.
And with the ability to modify the season, time
everything
of day, and weather,
it's just really cool how deeply you can customize this, you know? It's really awesome here. Another little look at some items here, the crate, the cookie platter, another little look.
Seems like the client is pretty happy.
We're going to go in rapid pace here. They're going to show a lot of homes here. You're going to see a bunch of new stuff. So here we go. Here's the first one. We have that Froggy chair again. Here's another example of a new lamp, a new hanging ceiling lamp. In the background here, we have this little owl clock, which is cool. Another customized ceiling lamp. We have a ceiling fan at the top here again. We have some new shelves. I believe these little stools here may be new. We have a different color Froggy chair. This book is not new. That was introduced a couple of updates ago. This sofa, sorry, I'm going kind of fast. This sofa is new as well, which is pretty cool. I actually like it a lot. Looks like it's from IKEA.
There's gonna be a lot here. Let's keep going.
As you continue designing vacation homes,
here again, I believe all of this furniture is new, like this little lounge unit, the sofa. We have an example, like I said earlier, of the artwork on the walls, a different hanging ceiling lamp, like a little cone. We have an example of the new iPad or the new tablet that you can get as well. This looks like a new little side table. I'm thinking this shower may be new. There is a shower like this, but this looks like it might be a different design. The door looks a little different. Obviously, it's a different color, black, but you can customize the colors. But it looks new to me. Let me know if it is or not. We have an example of that new lamp that we saw earlier as well. They're making use of the accent walls, which is awesome. So you can have one wall that's actually, this makes a lot more sense. You can have one wall that's actually looking out on the city. This looks really awesome, right? So I think that's pretty much it here. And Lopez is styling at the bachelor pad.
Acquire various design techniques.
Here we go again. So we have this ducky, which is cool. We have an example of this stool that I saw earlier. We have a bottle of like shampoo or body wash, which is awesome. We have some skis. Oh, this is cool. Awesome. Cool also. We have an ice cream freezer or a fridge. That's new. A cup of noodles. Again, they're making use of the accent walls. Just all around very awesome. Oh, we also have like a hanging kind of curtain or something that's hanging from the ceiling. So this is a new item that they really didn't mention.
For example,
in the background, sorry, there's also these lockers. You see right here? We have these new lockers in the background as well. So much stuff.
For example, adjusting the size of the interior by modifying its
is this a new kind of street lamp? I think it is, right?
Width or length.
And also a new bench type. These tables might be new as well.
More creative design options will become available.
What else do we have here? Yeah, so a camera. We have a camera here in the background. That is also new. We have these new type of tables with the umbrellas on them. So yeah. Here's an example of one of the new gazebos. I'm not sure which one it is, but it looks pretty awesome. It looks pretty awesome. And it's the fact that we can, make the rooms bigger or smaller, kind of the way we want. It just adds so many possibilities. Look how big this room is. It's pretty awesome.
In addition, you can use partition walls to divide the space.
And this is a really amazing feature, the partitions. So you can do so much with separating your rooms.
Support the ceiling.
Like before we had to add in our own custom partitions to kind of separate things out. But now we can actually make sections. And I think you're going to be able to see the baby stuff here. The new baby stuff. Yes, exactly. So here is a new little baby crib type. We also have a new little stroller. We have a high table here, a high chair. We have that, and we have an example of that new picture album on the table as well.
The home is structured.
Let's see what else we have. We have a new mobile hanging from the ceiling. We have a different ceiling lamp up here as well. I'm not sure if these toys are new, especially this bunny. It might be new. I'm not really sure. But yeah, so much. Oh, another new ceiling lamp here. This one hanging from the ceiling. We have an example of the shelves, the shelving units in the background. A lot of new stuff. A lot of new stuff.
Adjusted as well.
I don't know what the heck this is here, but whatever it is brand new. And we can see the gaming station turned on. We have a disco ball hanging from the ceiling. We have these new little lamps on the walls as well. We have a gaming chair. So there's also a gaming chair that is available. Kyle is kind of just, hanging out here, man. He has a gaming pad. Not sure what's going on, but it's cool. All right, here we go. We have an excavator. We have a chainsaw. Some of my viewers were like, can you hold that chainsaw? That would be kind of crazy, right? To be able to hold the chainsaw and run around with it. We have a different hanging ceiling lamp up here as well, kind of industrial. Let's take a look at these soundscapes. So I'm going to try to name all the soundscapes. So you have the ocean. We kind of have like a meadow. We have a forest. We have a jungle. We have, I can't really see what symbol that is.
Incorporate soundscapes to add depth.
Probably just like windy. We have rain. We have stadium. We have chatter. We have city life. We have park. We have construction space. I'm not sure what this is. And then this maybe creaky floor. It looks like creaky floor to me. But what's also curious is that there are these two symbols here now. I'm thinking maybe we can just use music looks like maybe we can just use music to put into the room, or someone mentioned that it's maybe just to turn the volume of the sound lower and higher. So it could be either one, probably higher and lower, maybe.
To the home's atmosphere.
We have these steel beams as well. Not sure if those are new or not, but I pointed them out.
Polishing can give a finishing touch.
And we can polish. So now this is cool because we have the cactus in the background here. We have a cactus. We have like a little mini greenhouse. We also have these little, you'll be able to get a better look at this in a second, but like a little plate of individual plants. There's other little plant types as well. Oh, in this back here, there's like a whole little, when you go to like a flower store, they have the flowers in the fridge to keep them fresh. We have that in the back as well. I thought this may have been a shop, but this is probably just someone's home that they customized. They want their home to look like this.
Interior design.
So I don't think it's a shop.
Polish your furniture with care and some effect.
See a better look right here of the little tray of plants, and a better look of the fridge.
Added.
And an awesome feature about polishing is if you polish some of these plants here, butterflies start to come. So they don't just shine. They actually have different animations and stuff. Another look at the flower bed here, a closer look at the new flower bed. Awesome.
After a hard day's work,
there's a cash register here. So this is a new item as well, the cash register. Well, we're going to see it a little bit later when they do the restaurant and whatnot, but it's there.
Back to the office to get compensated for your efforts.
So a new currency, Pokey.
Shop space within the office sells rare furniture that may be hard to find.
So here's a new double beach chair with an umbrella, which is pretty cool. Here is the souvenir candy that they were mentioning earlier, which you can give to your villagers on your current island to get them to want to come to this vacation island. How I'm thinking it works here, and this is kind of late in the video, but I'm thinking that you're going to have just random villagers on the vacation island, which you can make homes for. But they did mention earlier that you can use Amiibo cards to get villagers you want to come to the vacation island. And you can also use this candy to get your current villagers on your main island to come to the vacation island. So there's going to be numerous different ways in which you can get villagers onto this island. So yeah, pretty cool.
On your island. Once purchased, you can take it home with you.
This video is already over an hour long, by the way. I'm telling you, there's so much.
As you receive more requests.
Okay, here we go. We have another little look into the inventory. A few new things. We saw this earlier here, but if we go down, we can see a new chair type. It's like a sci-fi kind of chair. We can see like a little bar stool here. Kind of looks like a stool you would see in like a barbershop or maybe like a bar. Either way, that's pretty cool. I think this is a new type of chair as well. So a few new things. There's so much new.
Furniture will become available.
Here we go. We're scrolling down again. This looks like the hospital desk. And this is the desk for the restaurant. That new bench we saw earlier. We have the computer desk. And let's see here. A podium down here. A desk for the school. And this is really awesome. We have this futuristic kind of pod, or maybe it's a bed. We have a new bed type here. We have that double beach chair we saw earlier with the umbrella. We have the new baby crib. We have the bunk beds. I don't think those are exactly new. Oh, look at this. I didn't even notice this before. Like, this is a paramedic stretcher. At least I think it is, right? Yeah. Maybe a hospital bed. Nah, this is a stretcher, not necessarily a hospital bed, a stretcher. So that's pretty cool. And let's continue.
Why not visit clients?
Nothing really new here. Oh, we have the fridge again, the ice cream fridge we saw earlier.
You've helped out before. It might be good to suggest remodeling their vacation home with different furniture.
All right, here we go with that fancy chandelier we saw earlier, which is pretty awesome. We have a piano here. I don't think the piano is new, but I'm just pointing it out. It might be new. Who knows? Another variation of this hanging light as well. Some artwork, some new artwork in the back. This lamp here might be new. Look at it. It has like a little design on it. At least I think it does. Yeah, it does.
With your recommendation, 2 clients can share a vacation home.
You notice in the background here, there's some villagers just hanging out in the background chilling. So yeah, there's gonna be a bunch of different villagers that are just hanging around. You can go talk to them and set up a vacation home for them.
2 clients can share a vacation home. We hope they love sharing their new piece of
so here an example of some of the artwork again. We have a new hanging ceiling lamp. We have some alcohol in the background. We have bikes you can hang on the wall. We have skateboards on the wall as well. There's also a skateboard on the floor. I don't think skateboards were in the game before, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. We have another example of this hanging little curtain kind of thing going on. We have a different kind of wall partition, as you see here. This little wooden partition with a little cutout in the middle, which is pretty cool. We have an example of a clothes rack, and these clothing racks can be customized, and which we'll see later. There's a different types of them. And this is just awesome in general, how you can move two people into a same house and make them roommates. We're still going, folks.
The island
we're still
on which
going.
Lottie's Paradise Planning Office is located has a lot of vacant buildings. You can help Lottie design these as well to make the island even more robust. Take schools.
All right, so designing the schools, it's kind of self-explanatory. You can change the colors, the outside, the inside. Looks like there's some different categories up here too. Maybe how the bell looks, the door, the walls, the roof. So you can pretty much make it look the way you want it to look.
Your own memories, or craft the school.
Again, some items here. We have the lockers. We have like a little. Oh, we have a different kind of locker too. Maybe this is was already in the game. I think it may have been, but let's continue.
Of your dreams and
actually, I saw something here. In 1 second, I saw something here. Look at this item here. What is that? Looks like a different kind of stool or something. And we have this. Well, this is a new. Actually, maybe this is new. This looks like the airport benches, right? Can you see that? Looks like the airport benches. Pretty cool.
The school of your dreams instead.
Some things here again. We have that album rack again. We have the lockers, the tables. Obviously, we have the books that you tie up. Old school style. We have this big blackboard in the background. Very, very cool. Hamster running. Another example of that tablet that we saw earlier. Here we go. The tablet on the teacher's desk.
Other facilities.
We have that register again we saw earlier, but in a different color. We have another new lamp. I think someone was saying these gold lamps are already in the game. Not really sure. We have a big bowl of soup of some sort, ramen. We have another drink, some different type of some stools you can sit on. Some other decorations. This little section here, this little entire section here is pretty new. We have uniforms in the background as well. So there's a lot.
Such as a restaurant can also be developed.
Again, we have some things here. We have some crates full of fish. We have this little platter of food that's already cooked. We have this big pot of food right here in the background as well. A little wok, a fish being, I'm guessing, cooked back there. A platter. We have some ketchup, a basket of fruits and vegetables. A lot of stuff here, and these tables as well are new. These preparation tables. Hospital, again, another tablet. Here's something again, hanging TVs. We're gonna see these again later on, but hanging TVs, that's new. Again, some new hanging ceilings. We have a medicine box here. Over here, we have an example of new artwork in the background. These benches, these couches are new as well. Another example of the record stand, or maybe these are books actually because it's a hospital. Maybe you can customize it what you want to be in there. But yeah, an example of that as well. So many new things. We're still going, folks. We're still going. Again, here we have some hospital equipment in the background. We have a scale. You can weigh yourself. Here's an actual hospital bed. We have the privacy curtain. We have a medicine cabinet. At the top here, it looks like there's a cast up here as well. We have a different kind of stool. It has a hole in it. Not sure what that's for. Here we have that desk that I mentioned earlier. And over here on the right, looks like some more hospital equipment. Over here, here's a special little couch too. Looks like a therapy couch. Not sure if you see that, but there we go. Another little couch there. We've already seen this room.
Seeing others using
well, we've seen this room before, but here's a customization of the tablet. As you can see, you can customize the tablet for different colors. So here we have a pink one, and here's the front of it. You can see.
You may be delighted seeing others using the facilities you've designed.
We saw this room again. This restaurant is bustling. So I'm thinking like, you know, you have these facilities on this vacation island and all these villagers are going to be like moving around, like doing different things, going to the hospitals, going to the restaurants. So you can see them like interacting, kind of like, you know, when you're playing a simulation game and the villagers just kind of do things on their own. They have like, you know, they go eat, they go have fun, they go to school. So this is going to be a whole new like thing about this game, which is going to be really awesome. Like Sherb is here working, you know, it's kind of crazy, All right, so we have another room here. Again, a different example of some hanging ceilings. These vines, as you can see here, there's vines hanging from the ceiling as well. So I'm thinking, again, you can take those vines we saw earlier and you can customize them or craft with them to create, you know, decorations, because that is also new. Different example of some shelving units in the background there, some organization units. This plant here, it looks like it might be new. You see here, it has like, I'm not sure what the heck that is. We have another drink here on the table. And again, they're doing this new animation where they kind of like spritz their flowers and whatnot. And over here in the background, we have another new shelving unit that goes all the way up to the ceiling. Do you see that? And of course, there's a partition wall which is separating that little section out, which is really awesome. Yeah, is this wallpaper new as well? I'm not really sure.
The vacation homes you design
This table might be new, might be.
are captured in photos as design samples, then recorded in the Paradise.
Okay, here we go. Like I mentioned earlier, the music box. As you can see here, there's another design for the music box. So it's not just that one design. You can get multiple designs. Here we have another example of something hanging from the ceiling. It looks like a lamp, but it's in the mermaid style, as you can see. And is this mirror new? Not really sure, but it looks really cool. So again, just some more new items here.
Planning portfolio.
Again, here's an example of that amazing machine, but this time it is turned on. So it has like little beakers, little containers. You can see electricity, you know, surging through it. Here's that chair. Here we have like this big, like huge gear thing in the background. Not even sure what that is. Here's another example of a ceiling fan. This looks like a different style than the one we saw earlier. We have cans of like peaches and all kind of stuff, oranges in here in the foreground. This is a different type of machine too here. Not really sure what that is. Not sure what Dumb is working on, but you can see there's a big button and there's all kind of different things going on. Again, I apologize if some of this stuff is already in the game. I've been playing the game for like, you know, over a year. But maybe there's possibly things I haven't seen yet, but it looks new to me. So I'm going to say it's new for now until I'm wrong. So I think that is new as well. We have an example. We have a new villager. Everyone's going crazy over this new villager and they look pretty awesome. I'm not sure how you get them. You know, one thing I want to point out, there's going to be a lot of new villagers and I'm going to show you the Amiibos that are going to showcase later. I'm wondering though, however, if these new villagers, are you going to be able to find them by villager hunting, or do you have to get the Amiibo cards? We'll see. If you can find them via villager hunting, that's going to open up a whole new world of possibilities with finding, you know, new awesome villagers. That means we're going to be putting out a whole bunch of new villager hunting videos. There's something over here. I'm not really sure what that is. Maybe it's a table, but it looks like it's draped with something. If you know what that is, let me know, and let me know if it's new or not.
To view the portfolio, use this Nook phone app. Happy
Another
Home
new app.
Network. From the app, you can visit the
So a lot
homes
of stuff we saw earlier
clients and see how they're doing.
We have Phoebe's house here. So Phoebe wants an even crazier house now. Oh, look at this though. What is this? I didn't even know this earlier. There's like these little things on the ground here that are shooting up flames, literally shooting up flames. And there's also another new type of chandelier, candle chandelier up here in the top. So there's even new stuff. And not sure what this is here. Looks like a little couch, a little seat, a different type of seat. But yeah, this that's new. Oh, I see. Okay, there was a better look at this little table. So it's a table with a drape over it. You see it? Trying to pause it. Yeah. So it's like a little table here. Not really sure if that is new or not, but it's there.
By connecting online, you'll be able to share your design.
We're still going, folks. There's still so much more. There's still so much more. Here we have even more homes here. I'm trying to see if I can specifically spot anything new. Here's an example of those pillars. We're going to see a closer look at them later on, but here's an example of them. Convenience store. Look at this. Oh, look, this might be new here. Look, there's shelving units of like a whole bunch of different groceries and whatnot. I haven't seen that before. And there's shopping baskets over here as well. That's pretty nice. What is that? This looks like a new vanity. A new vanity. Oh, maybe for like, oh, like an actress. Oh yes, look at that. Like for model, for like actresses and whatnot. I'm pretty sure that's new. Maybe some new flowers here as well. Some new plants. A lot of things going on, guys. A lot of things going on. Some things over here. Another new food item. This looks like a new radio. A new little radio. Might not be new, but looks like it might be new. So many new things. So many new things. We're just trying to see as much as we can.
Follow the designers you.
Okay, so here is what I'm thinking. This is the inflatable plaza toy. We saw that earlier in the list, but this is what I'm thinking it is. So you can put this this large thing on your plaza. And now this is an example of a gacha machine. I'm not sure if these are in the game right now, but this is actually where the whole gacha thing came from. And let me see. I think we're gonna get a closer look at this house in a second.
And view their
yeah, here we go. Yeah, exactly. So we have again those plaza balloon, the plaza balloon stands. We have another drink on the table here. This is something curious. I'm not really sure what this is, but it's like a little ball of something. I'm not sure what it is. The inflatable balloon toy again, inflatable plaza toy again. So pretty cool.
To spark
oh, here's another one of them. Here's another one of them.
Inspiration for your own.
Oh, so we have another room here. We have some items on the ground, bags of cookies and chips, sodas. We have these these bubble machines that are just blowing bubbles everywhere. And that's pretty cool. I'm pretty sure those are new. We have an example of another disco ball at the top here. It's customized, so it's like multicolored. We have a flotation device over here on the left as well. So okay, here we go. We have a box of kind of maybe some construction tools, like, you know, like not like hammer construction, but like some crafting stuff. This looks like a tray for popcorn and drinks. I thought it might have been like chicken as well, maybe some popcorn chicken. We have a sword here, a katana in the background just chilling. Maybe you can play with that. That'd be awesome. This looks like a bus stop, an island style kind of bus stop, which is pretty cool. The word of the day, the phrase of the day is pretty cool, everyone. Make sure you put pretty cool in the comments if you made this far in the video. Just put pretty cool.
Animal Crossing series Amiibo figures and Amiibo cards to invite clients of your choosing and discuss their ideal vacation homes. With Amiibo.
All right, here we go. Here's some other new things. We have the volleyball net. We also have a scoreboard or a scorecard. I'm not sure what you call it. Another drink over here as well, which is pretty cool. I said it again. Whoopsie.
You can design vacation homes for these busy individuals.
And here's a look at the customized clothing rack. And this time it has like shopping bags and things on top of it. This looks like a different kind of bed as well. Correct me if I'm wrong. Another example of the shelving unit. We have a bag of groceries here. And again, in the background, looks like there's some food on the table. If you can see that. Yep. Nice use of accent walls as well and partitions. So a lot of things are going on in this house.
The vacation home.
Okay, here we have a bulldozer. We have a jackhammer. We have a concrete machine. And here's another example of that pillar we saw earlier. Here is one of the newer walls, the iron sheet metal. We have a cactus in the background. We have the excavator here over on the right. If I move my camera up, we have a little caution sign, some more steel beams. This may be a new rock. I'm not really sure. We have mine carts full of stones and also some gems as well. And we have another look at this windmill we mentioned earlier, but this time it's customized. It looks different. Over here on this side, we have something going on here. I'm not really sure what it is, but there's like hay inside of it. Maybe it's like a stall or something, maybe a horse stall. I'm not really sure, but it's over here. It looks like a separate part of the house and not really the house not really a part of the house, an extension of the house. So that is awesome.
For them will hopefully make them very happy.
And inside we have, I'm not sure what this is, but we have like a little cave thing going on over here. We have this little gold pot. We have again another look at the little mine cart full of gems. Just a whole bunch of stuff, bags of money and gold bars. You know, the Nooks are living large. Another example, a few examples of some more of the hanging ceiling lamps as well. So there's a lot.
Design techniques acquired while working with a Paradise planning team can be used on your island.
This looks new back here. What is this right here? A little. Looks like a movable tote bag full of stuff. Not sure what that is, but it looks new, right?
Experiment with partition.
Okay, again, we have some bread on the table here. We have another hanging TV, a plate of food here. Is this sign new? It might be new. Another example of some hanging ceiling lamps.
Walls, counters, pillars, lighting.
Yeah, the food looks delicious. Some more of those jars of vegetables. And another example of the new lamp. We have a wok back there in the background.
And soundscapes.
So this is the chatter soundscape I was telling you about earlier, chatter.
You can also polish your own furniture.
This polishing is very vicious.
And by gifting your residents a
very
special
vicious
souvenir from Paradise Planning.
So this is what I was talking about earlier, the souvenir candy.
They become interested in what the archipelago has to offer.
They can come to the
island there. They may even
there.
ask you to design a vacation home for them.
Here we go. Again, another example of that customized music box. I think that might be even different. We have a little tray there. Some more artwork you see in the background. Another example of the hanging ceiling lamps. Another little mobile there. Yeah, so a lot of different things.
Who knows? Someday, after you've designed a certain number of homes, you might even be able to suggest home remodels to your island residents.
You can fully customize your residents' houses once you unlock that feature. So if you don't like the way one of your villagers' houses look, you can change it. That opens up so many things you can do, especially the villagers that have like the basic homes, you know, the first villagers you invite to your island, opens it up. Another new item here, we have a boat. We have a literal boat. Oh my goodness, another drink, another one of those flotation devices.
What do you think?
As you see in the background here, the villagers are actually out in the water floating and having a good time. Wow, that's new. This isn't new. They've been able to do this before as well, but it's pretty cool, right?
Characters dream into a reality with thorough.
Another example of the shelving units here filled with a bunch of stuffed teddy bears. We have a black Barbie doll here in the background. That is something that hasn't been in the game before. Good use of the partitions. We have, here's another example of this new furniture type here. You see it down here. Are those pancakes? Those look like pancakes. A stack of pancakes. Looks delicious. This looks like something new as well. This little thing on the wall here looks like maybe a little shelving, like a little cabinet. And then another example of that other hanging ceiling lamp type. And I think that's a mobile just peeking at the top here as well.
And creative design. That's
here's the bed as well. So over on the right, you can see the bed type.
The work of Paradise.
I mentioned earlier these pillar types. There's different types. So there's the arch. There's a little nice little statue. Maybe this is a Tanuki statue. Here are the stools that are in this same type as well. Here is another thing that I think we can make with the vines. It looks like a lamp. We're gonna see another example of that, I think, very soon. But here's a new lamp that you can make, or maybe you can get.
Planning. There's a.
This is bustling. This place is bustling. But here's a couple of new items again. The hanging ceiling TVs. Here we have a little three layer of desserts, which look really good. There's a lot of activity going on here. So like I mentioned earlier, it looks as if that, you know, your villagers will just move around and they'll just do things on their own while they're here on this vacation island. So maybe the more villagers you have, the more vibrant and more diverse this place will be, and they'll just be doing all kind of things that you can just kind of look at. Another example of a different hanging ceiling lamp, different style, different variation. Another hanging shelving unit in the background as well. Displays. There's food displays here going on. This looks like a takeaway box, so that's pretty cool. Another computer example. So yeah, just a lot of stuff. Just a lot of stuff,
open
folks.
For you to join their team and start designing.
so
Animal
much.
Crossing New Horizons Happy Home Paradise launches on
I think we're
November
done.
5th as paid additional content.
I think
for
we're finally
Animal
done.
Crossing New Horizons.
Maybe. Is there more? But wait.
Pre-orders begin October
Yeah,
29th.
I think we're
on
pretty much
Nintendo
done. Oh, no,
eShop.
no, we're not done.
On a
Okay,
series of
so the
Animal
Amiibo
Crossing
cards.
Amiibo cards will be available.
So this first little image here is just, you know,
48
villagers and things that we know.
including characters previously not on
But
Amiibo cards.
here are a bunch of new villagers and NPCs. So we have Nico, we have Wardo, we have Sasha, we have Ione, we have Tian Shing, Shino, Zoe, Chadwick, Chabwick, Quinn. This is my favorite so far, Cephalobot. Cephalobot. But we have Petrie. Marlo looks like an old school gangster type. Look at this guy. This guy is ready to bust your kneecaps, man. We have Ace, Rio, Fret, Azalea, Roswell, and not to be left out, we have Faith down here as well. So a lot of new villagers, and I don't even think this is all of them. There's probably more that they're going to be showing. It says there's 48 new cards. So that is awesome. I mean, if we can find all these villagers, that'd be even better, right?
Cards, as well as new ones, will be released at the same time as the update.
Mm-hmm. And these are coming on November 5th
Series
as well.
5 of the Animal
These
Crossing
are coming on
Amiibo
November.
cards will be
A lot of
released
things
on
are happening on November 5th, folks. A lot of things. So you got to get ready. We got the base update. We got the DLC. We got the new cards. November 5th is going to be like an early Christmas for Animal Crossing fans. It's going to be nuts.
November 5th.
Gonna be nuts.
Check your local retailer for details.
Is that it? Okay, we're back
Thanks
at
for watching
Brewster's.
the Animal Crossing
We
New
made it back to
Horizons
Brewster's
Direct.
finally. It's like full
We
circle.
hope you'll savor an
Full
even
circle.
sweeter island life and relish
Let's see
in
if
the
there's
new
anything
design
else here
experience.
before we go. Got some pizza here, some chips, some lockers in the background. I'm wondering how you get to this scene here. This seems very cinematic. I wonder how you actually get to here where you can talk to Wardle, and Wardle kind of like, you know, talks to you like we're in a movie. You know, he's Morgan Freeman or something. You know what I mean? Like, how do we get here? How do we get here?
See ya on November 5th.
You definitely will. You definitely will. You definitely will. Definitely. All right, folks. All right. All right. Let's wrap this up. Let's wrap it up. All right, so hopefully you enjoyed the video. Again, it took us over an hour to get through everything that was kind of hidden and tucked away in that 20-minute video. And there's probably some things that we even missed. So if you missed anything, make sure you leave a comment and point out where it is in the video so we can kind of just see what we're talking about, what you're talking about. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Again, leave a like, please. That's going to help out a lot. If you're new to my channel and you want to stay up to date with some content, make sure you subscribe. You can also follow us on Twitch, like I mentioned, for some up-to-date information. We're going to be we stream pretty much every single day, so you'll be able to see some Animal Crossing content over on our Twitch live. So anyway, without further ado, thank you so much for watching the video. Love you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.